Hey guys, so just wanted to give a quick update on the Wizard Witch rework. Both classes pretty much got the same thing here. The Witch got the Wizard version of the teleport on the Instacast, but we'll run through the changes. Not a lot for Awakening. I was hoping two things would kind of play out of this. The 100% Black Spirit Rage thing, I thought that should have gotten a buff. Maybe it still will, who knows, but it's not in right now. And I think the flows could have been a little better. Like, you got to hit somebody with a little fireball and then a big fireball, and you got to hit somebody with a few little lightnings before you get the big damage skill. So I thought they could have combined some of those and smoothed them out. But I'll hold my glass of tea for that one. So we got the first big change, the mana, some little changes above on the mana skill, and there were BAMs. The PV Lightning Spear was kind of your hardest hitting one. They all got cooldown reductions and some tweaks to that mana skill. But the first big skill, and I rather like this one, it's kind of like a mini meteor, I guess. I'll show somebody was testing it on the Twitch last night. It's hard to tell how much damage it's going to do.
But it's an extra ranged ability. Like, you can shoot up a wall, you can shoot to people in front of you. It's a super armor poke, right? Like with that, with Meteor and shit. Oh yeah. We get high voltage too. Like, you have multiple range pokes. And because they reduce the cooldown on high voltage as well, it's only 1 second, but it's still a reduction. You can just rotate your shit, right? If you're in a high place, you can throw it down too. You can do the opposite. I'll show you. Like, you can aim it down too. So you can be like, boom, and shoot it down the hill too. Yeah, you can damage with WC. So if you're in a castle and you're defending a castle, or you're on a wall or something, instead of being able to, like, because you can't voltaic, right? You can't realistically voltaic. So the bowlight basically use it as a kind of a form of meteor, essentially.
But this thing did have a huge, like, 30% accuracy mod in the real game, so you could see this kind of being as your new staple for defending forts in PvP and kind of range poking, because you do have the super armor, which is pretty nice considering they just took that away from the one meteor skill, and it's got a pretty low cooldown too. So this is what you would take instead of voltaic. So it looks like you're going to be switching to this if you're going to be more ranged, and voltaic's kind of more of a grinding skill. I'll be curious to see how this plays out in the grinding as well in terms of high-end zones. But that's basically it for Succession. The Witch got the teleport, instacasts. So they kind of talk about Awakening. Awakening, you really don't have that many skills to do damage. So here's kind of, they did them in Star's End. I always wish they would pick a different spot other than Star's End. I guess it's common. So if you still, it takes a while to kill this thing. I still I'm guessing Succession is still not going to be that great compared to all the new skills we got for, and here's, it looks like this. I think Awakening just needs better PvE now. You didn't have to do that little backwards teleport. You could just so I think Awakening and all these skills we got from Awakening is kind of going to be PvE damage fillers. And this is going to be kind of, I guess, how you would approach the mobs in a small pack along with that in your charge, and it's going to be a nice damage thing. So I can easily see people doing this, the fire charge and then the Magnum Bomb as kind of like a full protected damage rotation thing, and then into the ground fire and Aqua Gel to maybe finish a pack or something. So I like that skill. They need to change the animations. The little raise your arms is like a mimic of I think the Sage Lightning skill, but it's pretty nice. This skill looks pretty good too. It's very quick to cast once it goes off. It's unprotected, so I think it's more of just a filler thing for wide AoE frontal damage. But overall, it's pretty nice. The backwards teleport, I think it's good if you're looking to dodge an attack, but the unprotected piece on the back looks like it's just going to leave you wide open, and maybe you'll get grabbed out of it altogether. The grab is another thing that I wish they would make it land better. I can never grab somebody on a wizard, but that could just be my connection. The Chilling Wave, we've seen changes to this 4 or 5 times now throughout Awakening Wizard history. It had a frontal guard, it didn't have a frontal guard. They buffed the damage on it to get people to use it, and they took the frontal guard away. And it looks like they're giving it back to us. I could never tell it even had a knockback effect personally, but it's coming back with the frontal guard. I think now people are going to be putting the block on the water bomb. So the cooldown to 8 seconds. So you used to be able to spam like the base skill. I keep hovering over the Korean text, my bad. But you used to be able to hover, like scan the base skill, which had 5 seconds, and then the flow that did more damage was 8 seconds. So it puts both of them together. So that way they, you throw the skill and do the flow afterwards, which is the kind of the damage piece of it. And that way they're all on the same cooldown. Otherwise, it was kind of like funky if you're trying to poke a little bit. And you can put the frontal guard in this now as well, so you kind of throw it out from a distance with a little bit of a block. So here's the witch version of everything. It still does a lot less damage, I think, than Awakening. So here's this, before you used to have to be able to like sidestep or something before you could use a skill. So it looks like it's on par with the wizard now. And then this should be the succession. I think the wizard might there's 2 new skills kind of coming in. But we'll see how it plays out. I don't see anything really, changing for Awakening and PvP. Maybe you can like run in and do a little bit more damage, but you're gonna get killed. I mean, that's kind of like in today's game, you just get nuked. The Wizard Awakening did have high damage, and the Witch had the frontal guards. But if you just get like the other characters have such big AOE's, you just get nuked. Everybody hates Wizard and Witch because of Meteor and PAs. But if you take the 2 of them away, there's not that much left to the class. And there's some other changes in here I'm not going to get into because I don't play those classes. But I'm pretty excited for the filler skills here, and it gives you some mobility between packs if you're grinding, and maybe a little bit in the PvE with that little charge. And then if you need to like back up and escape a little bit, and your teleports and cooldown, you have a way to like move without getting insta killed, I guess, with the super armor there, which is pretty good because our sidestep, in Awakening and Succession was never really that good. So this gives you, at least in Awakening, something else other than that spin, which I think has a super armor when it's not on cooldown, if I recall. But that's basically it. I don't want to stretch the video out for too long. Take it easy, guys. I'll do more updates on the classes I actually play. Musa got a hell of a lot of changes. I couldn't tell what they all are, but, hopefully it worked out good. I don't play Musa, but, at least it's getting changed. I'm looking forward to what happens with Berserker, because I've always wanted to try that class, and as well as Kuno and Ninja. They just look fun, but there's too many buttons, so hopefully they smooth that out, next week. Stay tuned, guys. Take it easy.